I left my fiancée at the altar. Now my mom wants me to apologize. I walked out on my own wedding during the vows dead serious. Left her standing there in front of 120 people in a $3,000 dress and a smug little smirk on her face. Because of a joke. A joke about her side guy. Let me explain. We were in the middle of the ceremony. Everything had been picture perfect up to that point. Flowers, music, the whole emotional buildup. I was nervous but excited. This was supposed to be the best day of our lives. Then she went off script. We were reading personalized vows, and she decided to get funny. I said mine first. I talked about loyalty, about choosing her every day, about building a life together. People cried. She laughed softly. I thought it was because she was touched. Her turn came. She started strong, sweet, emotional, tearful even. Then she looked me right in the eyes and said, "And even though I'll miss my side guy, I guess I'll settle for you." You, she laughed. Like it was hilarious. Some of her bridesmaids chuckled too. My best man made this awkward half-laugh like, what? I stood there frozen. The officiant kind of smiled and looked at me like I should laugh too. But I didn't because I wasn't sure if she was joking. We'd had a few fights leading up to the wedding. Nothing huge, just little red flags. I ignored. Flirty texts with a coworker that she swore were just friendly. Girls' nights out. She wouldn't tell me much about. Her phone always on silent, and now... this. I looked around the room. People were watching us like it was part of the show. I felt heat in my chest, a kind of pressure that made my ears ring. I just stared at her for a few seconds. She smiled, still thinking it was all fun and games. And I said, "You know what? No." I handed my vows to the officiant, looked at my dad in the front row and said, "I'm done." Then I walked out. Straight down the aisle, out the church, into my car. Drove off. Didn't cry. Didn't scream. Just silence. A sick, swirling silence in my gut. My phone blew up within minutes. Calls from her, her mom, her friends. Then mine. My sister told me she was proud of me. My dad said he didn't blame me. But my mom lost her mind. Apparently she stayed behind to smooth things over. She said I embarrassed her. Said I made our family look unstable, that weddings are symbolic and people make jokes during vows all the time. She wants me to go back. Apologize, marry her anyway. She keeps saying things like, it was just nerves. Cold feet, she didn't mean it. Or worse. So what if she has a side guy? That doesn't mean she doesn't love you. Are you kidding me? So what if she has a side guy? That sentence shattered whatever image I had of my mother. This woman who raised me to value honesty, to never settle for less. And now she's basically saying, just live with the disrespect. Smile for the cameras. No, I won't. The worst part. I loved her. The bride. I mean, I really did. We were together 4 years. I proposed after my dad had a heart attack because life suddenly felt short and precious, and I didn't want to waste another second not knowing. But maybe that was the problem. I rushed us forward when we weren't ready, apoy. Or maybe she wasn't ready. Maybe she never respected me the way I respected her. Because no one who truly respects you makes a joke like that during their vows. I haven't answered any of her messages. I heard from a mutual friend that she cried for hours and didn't expect me to take it so seriously. She claims she was just trying to lighten the mood. Let me be clear, if you think it's funny to joke about infidelity at the altar, then you're not ready for marriage. You're not ready for commitment. You're not even ready to hold someone's heart. It's been a week. I'm staying at my brother's place. Half the gifts are already returned. The caterer was kind enough to refund most of the meal. The venue, not so much. And my mom still calls daily to talk some sense into me. But I've never seen things more clearly. Love isn't about showing up in a white dress and saying the right things. It's about respect. It's about trust. And when that trust cracks, even as a joke, it doesn't just bruise, it breaks. So no, Mom. I'm not going back. I'd rather be the guy who left a wedding mid-vows than the guy who spent the rest of his life wondering if his wife ever meant a single word. She said, "Glad I found out now." Not 10 years later.